the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys. The Brown Boys. We the Brown Boys. I want to talk about the beatdown that happened in what is it? Cincinnati. They had a music fest in Cincinnati, and boy, everybody was, I guess it was a fight between black folks and white folks. I'm gonna play this one on because O'Shea Duke Jackson seemed to understand the YouTube guidelines and don't get flagged, and he don't flag me. So shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Brandon Tatum, I played one or two of his videos, and Brandon is showing a little bit more of what actually happened that'll probably get me flagged. Because I played a video that happened on his page that got me flagged. So, but let's look at this real quick.
Especially a lot of the mainstream media on the left.
Now, the young man here is expressing a fight or a jumping of sorts that happened between a group of whites and a group of blacks. What happened with the whites is that they were much older than the blacks they were fighting. And of course, I can't show you the entire footage because of YouTube's community guidelines, but he is correct. The woman was hit in the face and the white people were beat up pretty bad. I saw the entire footage, and yes, it was not nice to look at. But the question was, is it exactly like he said it was?
People been sending me the whole video of the execution beat down downtown at the music fest on the streets. A damn shame. White people, I'm gonna just tell you right now, man. You better learn how to defend yourself.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, you better learn how to defend yourself because it's gonna be some black folks that call you every name under the sun. Coon, jigaboo, all kind of shit. Just for saying something that makes sense. No, I don't know what all happened, so I'm gonna see what all happened. But you need to learn how to defend yourself.
People got beat down. And I'm gonna say it like this to those suckers jumping that old man. I don't care what he said. Y'all some suckers. Y'all some chumps. Beating down that old man like he was nothing. You had females jumping in. Then the white lady got straight blasted by a dude, punched her dead in her face. And guess what? No police anywhere.
He's right, you know.
No, here's a brother that's from the city of Cincinnati. And of course, by looking at the footage or part of the footage, you can be outraged too as a citizen. It's like, hey, you know, this is always happening in the city of Cincinnati or any other black city. Like, you blacks can't get it together. Like, what's wrong with you guys? And of course, you're seeing these young black people, black men and women, beating up on elderly white people. And some of the people were getting hit that were trying to break the fight up. One lady got hit very hard by a black man. It really was uncalled for. But again, he's blaming the individuals, the black individuals, for attacking these quote unquote good white people. But there was something that he said that, you know, it really caught my attention.
I'm gonna say it like this to those suckers jumping that old man. I don't care what he said. Y'all some suckers.
Now, he mentioned something that's a good argument. I don't care what the white man said.
This dude, an old school player. Y'all some suckers. I don't care. I don't care what the white man said. Y'all some suckers. We don't say sucker no more. This nigga got to be an old school player. Y'all some suckers.
You should have never put his hands on you. Now, I want to say this. When you're arguing with somebody and there might be liquor involved and you're drunk, somebody could say something to you that doesn't make sense. And I agree with his sentiment. Just because somebody says something to you doesn't give you the right to attack them. But what if I were to tell you that something else happened besides words?
So basically, I think either yesterday or the day before, it was a brawl downtown, and it was my people versus these people. And I just don't like what I was seeing on the videos, and maybe, just maybe, it could be something else.
Now, this young lady is also upset that she's upset at the black people in Cincinnati. And she was saying, well, from what I saw, it looked bad, but maybe there's something else that I'm not getting.
Damn.
And she's right, because she wasn't getting the whole story. You see, just like anybody else, if by looking at the clip, you could be outraged, and so were some of the whites on Facebook. Valerie Winka goes, freaking disgusting Neanderthal puns got animals. I know she wanted to say something else, but she wanted to keep it clean. She also comments back, was that a black man who cold-cocked the white female? Darcy says yes. Valerie again, hate crime, right? I mean, you're just seeing a whole bunch of anonymous participants saying disgusting animals. Elizabeth, she can't believe it. She's saying, what the F? So again, people are upset about this. But then Tariq Nasheed posted this. More context to the Cincinnati melee. Reports are saying that a group of what some people allege to be suspected white supremacists were walking around threatening to fight black guys. The crowd initially ignored them until one of the white men slapped a black man. Now, initially, if you can see in just this 2-second clip here, you can see there's a white guy and there's a young black dude that he's somehow trying to get into a fight with. And he's already outnumbered, but the white guy keeps coming forth, right? It appears that after a certain while, they're willing to let him go. They're willing to forget about it. They're actually trying to show him some grace until the white guy hits him in the mouth, right? Now, once he hits him in the mouth, 45 seconds later, yeah, at that point, it's nothing but absolute ass whooping. Now, I just want to say this. First of all, when you're fighting somebody and you take it to the point where you're going to put your hands on him, it would really be not.
So, okay, so the video that I looked at on the news, right? It showed a white dude, a white lady get punched in her face by a dude. Just bam! I mean, he knocked her out stiff. She was laying there like a statue. She hit her head on the ground and everything. He did that to a woman. And so I'm like, damn. Because if we saw a black woman get done like that, what would we say? Let's keep it going. Because my thing is, you don't want to see any woman get done like that. I'm tired of people drawing a racial line when it comes to women getting hit. We all said there's no reason for a woman to ever get hit. We didn't say there was a reason for just a black woman. It's supposed to be for all women. And so we would be upset if we saw one of our black sisters get cold cocked and knocked out by a white dude to where she's stiff on the ground and hit her head on the floor, on the cement. I would feel some type of way. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other men would feel some type of way. So I think that's all universal across the board. We don't have to be some jackasses to point that out. You don't got to be kissing nobody ass or kissing white daddy ass. The people who talk like that, get out of this chat. This chat ain't for you. If you just hate white people and you got a bone to pick, go to some white channels and tell them that. Why you niggas always telling other niggas that they something else because they don't agree with you? Go your Billy Bad ass to some of these white channels, preferably Chael Sonnen, and go tell them what you think. Don't bring your tough ass over here. You know, I don't believe in no woman getting punched in the face to the point where she's knocked out. And if I can't say that around your sick ass, then stay off my channel. Because this channel ain't for that. We ain't built on that. We not going to praise no color of women being knocked out. So if that's what you're looking for, to be down with blacks, then you on the wrong channel. Yeah, we some common sense niggas over here. You feel me? We some common sense niggas over here. So we not agreeing with no women getting knocked out, cold cock, and we not dealing with no coward shit where it take 20 people to knock out one old ass man that still got up and walked away from all of these dudes that was punching, kicking, and beating on this man while he's defenseless on the ground. These dudes hit this man so many times that they could have killed this dude. They could have gave this dude some brain damage, all because you don't know how to correct another man in the appropriate way and be a merciful ass whipper. That's why so many people learn jujitsu. I know it. They can break your arm, they can break your neck, but most jujitsu artists, when you fuck with them in the streets, they're gonna grab your wrist, turn you around, put you to sleep, let you rest, ask you is you okay, and they're gonna walk away. Your ass just got choked out. It ain't gonna hurt you. You ain't gonna have no broken bone, nothing. They gonna choke you the out. You're gonna be jerking. They gonna touch your chest. Wake up, wake up. You all right? But to beat somebody as many times as I saw this man get beat, like the dude said, I don't care what he said. He could have called you the N-word. Deal with that appropriately. Pop, pop, pop. Give you 2 or 3 go on about your business. What's all this 8 people stomping on somebody? This don't make no sense. That's some coward shit. If you offend me as a man, I want to be able to defend myself. I don't need 9, 8 niggas. That's why I don't hang in no groups. Because if somebody would have called me an N-word, if I felt like doing something, I got mace for that. I got a slap for that. Or I got shut your funky ass. I got that too. It's just a word. So I'm not going to get tricked off the streets over a word. I'm sorry. I'm from the South. We got that C word we got our racial slur on the way back. We ain't got to put our hands on you and go to jail. That's stupid. You, like Charlemagne the God say, cracker ass cracker. I'm only saying what Charlemagne the God say. And this ain't for everybody else. This just what Charlemagne the God say on a syndicated radio station. He say cracker ass cracker. I learned that from Charlemagne the God. Because us black folk, we can say all kind of shit. And it ain't no problem. You know, Charlemagne the God taught me that. But you don't gotta put your hands on somebody for saying something stupid. I'm so tired of hearing that as an excuse. It done been niggas say shit to me in real life that I just laugh. Be like, yeah, okay, whatever. It don't apply to me until you put your hands on me. All that talking, I can talk too. I'm good at saying, nigga, f you, and keeping it moving. You know how many times a nigga done said something to me crazy? I was with a beautiful lady one time. I think I told this story. I was in Pontiac. We went to some club in Pontiac. And my homeboy from Pontiac, he from the hood in Pontiac. So I should have never had this caliber of woman in that type of establishment anyway. So that was on me in the first place. But that's when I was still moving like a nigga. So I had a nice caliber woman in the hood. And a lot of them little Thundercats was reacting to it like, who is this nigga? This nigga is a bus. They know me as a bus. So why am I with a woman like that? So, you know, they went to jaw jacking and nigga babbling, and I ain't the type that's going to be quiet. So I said, nigga, f you. I know why you're mad, nigga. Go be disgruntled somewhere else. You know, and most ball players will be quiet and walk off, but I got my woman with me, nigga. You ain't finna, no, nigga, you ain't finna make me look a certain way in front of my lady. Nah, that ain't happening. So I'm telling her, walk ahead of me. She like, no, don't say nothing to them. Yeah, they shouldn't have said nothing to me. Fuck them niggas. And so it was what it was. But I say all that to say, sometimes you got to handle the situation in a better way. You can fight back with words or you can ignore it. And the safer bet for me while I'm with a woman was to one, never to take her in that type of environment, which I would never do in this type of day and age. But for two, probably just ignore them niggas. Nah, I don't think the type of nigga I am, I can ever ignore that type of disrespect. Just unwarranted. I'm probably always going to say something. And I'm probably going to have the type of woman that understand that that's the type of nigga I am. If I ain't said nothing to this nigga better not say nothing to me. Because we going to say something. And so that's just the type of nigga I am. I'm sorry. But I would never take a woman in that type of environment again. But, you know. Charmin's tissue paper is for asses, and this ain't Charmin's over here. But let's get back to the video.
Nice. If while they're whooping your ass or beating your ass, then at a certain point they would stop. It's nice. Like I didn't have my ass whooped before too. Like as a kid, I've been jumped before, and at a certain point, like you want people to do, okay, you got it, right? Now, some of us, after being disrespected, we have enough self-control that if you know, we've been hit or whatever, and we get our lick back, we will leave it alone because the person can't defend themselves anymore. or anything like that. However, this is Black America, okay? And so once you decide that you're going to put your hands on somebody, especially if you've been talking trash and maybe there's some racial tensions going on in that day, you're going to have to get, it's going to be cracking. And then you put everybody that's with you in danger mode. We all know this. We all understand this. We know how dangerous men can be. But in this case, they got mocked. Yes. And the white lady, unfortunately, got hit by a dude. It was uncalled for. I understand exactly what they're saying. But at the point that you start a fight, which the white guy did, you can't stop that. And then they're going around not showing the full clip where he clearly slapped a dude and it was more at him. He was by himself. The other people didn't want to fight and couldn't fight, but he did that. All right. So what happens is you get all these videos from a lot of Black Cincinnati and a lot of whites basically calling these guys gangsters and criminals and all of this. Cara Brantley, and shout out to Tariq for the screenshot, she got upset at the people calling these young dudes out. She came in and told the truth. Y'all some raccoon. And that's all I'm going to say. Y'all about to piss me the F off. I'm about to log out. Those white men walked up talking about how they were going to fight black guys for 30 minutes. Everybody ignored them. They decided to target Goonie. I guess he like a wink leak. It was broken. Now, this must be Goonie. Now, Goonie is much smaller than this white man, right? Okay. So up those same men, y'all crying for, then decide to start kicking. Yes, and the white guy indeed was kicking. People's cars, again, being racial. So another fight breaks out. It gets broken up. Then they decide to run after Goonie again in the street and proceed to jump him, those women included. That's when all hell broke loose. They started it multiple times, and MNFers tried to spare them. S to F up. Y'all feel bad for everybody, but y'all own, and it's sick as F for real. Brother War from here says, thank you.
Even if that was the case, right? I wish I can show this full video. But I mean, the news is showing the whole thing, but other people are showing a little bit of it, but they blurring it out. I want to show, I think I'm going to show a little teeny bit of Brandon Tatum's, because you got to give context. That sounds good on the surface. And if I was out with my brother or some friends and a white dude say something stupid, which that's happened before, you know, we try to move around, move away from them first, because we already know it's going to be our fault once we get the whipping on their ass. So you try to avoid that. But there's things in life to nullify situations better than the video that I saw. And maybe they should learn how to do that, or learn to get a can of mace or something, spray this in his eye and keep it walking. He going to be trying to figure out, scramble, get some water. Then you keep on partying. Like, it got to be a better way than to use what somebody said to you as an excuse to jump on somebody where it takes men. It's a woman kicking this dude, bouncing his head off the curb. I'm like, wait a minute, who offended you? Like, if I'm listening to this story that they went at the dude in the red, okay, cool. Somebody gonna get their ass tightened up. Cool, I'm with that. But he slapped the dude in the red. Why did it take men and women to jump on this one person? I'm talking about the man was already beat to a pulp. I think he learned his lesson. Somebody came out of nowhere, kicked him in the mouth again. Boom. I'm like, God, at one point it's like, niggas go from the point there it's like, okay, I'm with you. Don't let nobody try you like that. Stand up for yourself. And then it go from that to like, whoa, damn, whoa, my nigga. Oh shit, this criminal now. It's like, you gotta learn to be a merciful ass whooper. You can't do all that to somebody. The punishment don't fit the crime. In life, things are gonna happen. You're gonna have some encounters with white people. Don't bring your extra anger into the encounter. If a white boy would have tried me like that, I got mace. Hey, you better back your stupid ass up. I'm gonna tell you one more time, you better back your little dumb ass up. If you don't, we'll see how you deal with that. Then if he continues moving forward after I'm trying to leave, then I might have to get to these ones and twos. Good thing my ones and twos normally drop them where they stand, and I can proceed to go on about my business. But I'm not participating in stomping and kicking. I had a homeboy trying to do that shit. I was getting him understanding with a dude. He kept going to the side, hitting the dude. And we end up going to jail like a for a father or some shit. I'm like, nigga, I didn't ask for your help. Man, this was a one-on-one situation. This nigga punched me. I'm finna whoop this nigga. And that's gonna be that. You jumping in, turning it into a different situation. That's why I like to be by myself. I'm not no gang or no motherfucking group. I got a gang with me already. And I'm too old to use these motherfuckers now. So I got mace. But the whipping that these people put on this one old white man, they could have killed this dude, man. The kicks that I saw, and hey, white guy, listen, if you're gonna talk shit to people, if that's what actually happened, because there's a lot of white people that go out here, get up, go to bars and toughen up, stiffen their back up and shit. When they stiffen their back up, some of them think they tough still. They be the old over the hill white boys. Some of them need to be peppered up. It ain't all of them. But if that happened, you can't beat them like I saw on that video. That was crazy. That was absolutely insane. You could kill somebody like that. Over that? Over somebody saying something stupid to you. You don't know how to slap a mother in the throat, punch them square in their nose to do something to them to make them think about with you again. I done slapped the motherfucker so hard. BAM! And the other white people joined in. I slapped them in the middle of the bar. BAM! Who the fuck you think you talking to? And I backed up. Because I ain't trying to hurt him. And boy, he was so shook from the slap, and other people was around was like, you know what? You deserved that shit. You was being a kid. He asked you to stop touching on him. And they was right there. And it was white people that had my back. I ain't go to jail or nothing. I said, quit touching me, dude. I'm dealing with all your talking, but stop touching me. You touch me again, and it was whop. But I didn't punch him and stump him and do all this crazy shit just because he went past my respect. So just because somebody do something don't give you a right to bounce their head off the curb in every damn situation. That's crazy.